movie about ping pong. Yeah, but instead it was this movie about a giant gorilla terrorizing New York City. Boring.
Gene, you're watching King Kong, one of the greatest movies ever made.
King Kong?
Yes, ping pong. I cannot believe how... Hi, welcome. I'm Roz Sherbert.
And I'm Gene Sisboomba. Welcome to Sneaky Peek. This week we take a peek at the latest kooky caper of the Codebusters. Roz, as you know, the Codebusters break spells by cracking codes.
So much math in code busting?
Oh, there sure is. Let's take a sneaky peek.
Look, I know she's supposed to be on the air in 5 minutes, but she's frozen solid. I'm telling you, honest. So I called the Codebusters. I know, I got slimed last time too. But you got any better ideas? Okay, I'll let you know.
Make way, professionals coming through. If you've got a ghost weed, turn them to toast. Where's the paranormal event, Mac?
Hi, I'm Yvonne. These are my partners, Pedro and Roy.
Codebusters!
I'm Ted Timecode. I'm a producer here at WBMS.
Well, what seems to be the problem?
It's Wanda Wales. Look at her. She's totally immobilized.
Wanda Wales, ooh, she's that poison pen critic that doesn't like anything.
Yeah, she even hated the Wizard of Oz. Nobody hates the Wizard of Oz.
Maybe we ought to leave her like this and do everybody a favor.
Oh, no, she's due on the air in a couple of minutes, and I'll lose my job if she doesn't make it.
Oh, what happened?
Well, she was writing a review of Wilhelm von Scribble's play, The Merry Wives of Winnetka.
Ah, it's a classic.
Oh, not according to Wanda. She said it was the worst thing to happen in a theater since the Lincoln assassination.
Whoa, she's tough.
Yeah, well, in the middle of typing, she just froze, like this. And then, these numbers and letters appeared on the screen. Look, 5C, 4C, 2D, 4E, 1E.
Bingo!
That's right, that's right. What can you do?
Ionization reading 7.2, valences 3.6. Just as I thought.
What?
It's a focused free-floating ethereal manipulation.
Could you translate that?
Sure. She means the poltergeist played a trick on your critic. Probably the ghost of the playwright she was trashing.
What about these numbers and letters on the screen?
Well, it's probably a coded message from the ghost that tells you how to defrost Wanda.
Well, what's it say?
Are we charging you the full rate, or do you have one of our discount coupons?
Coupon.
Can't help you.
Oh, come on, Yvonne. Give the producer guy a break.
Okay. Look, if you ask me, it looks like an alphanumeric code.
Good call.
Should be simple.
Alphanumeric, what does that mean?
It's a code where each number might represent a letter of the alphabet. There are 26 letters of the alphabet, so 1 might represent A, 2 might represent B, 3 might represent C.
So if I were to say to you, Roz, 8, 9.
8 would be H, 9 would be the letter I. Hi.
Hi.
Let's get back to the Codebusters.
Alphanumeric? Pardon me, Yvonne, but I don't think so. Look, the numbers only go as high as 5. That gives us the letters A through E. Combine that with the letters we've already got, and what do you have?
5C, that's EC. 4C becomes DC. 2D becomes BD, DE, AE, AA, DC, AA, EB, AE, gobbledygook. We're stuck.
So my career is in the dumpster.
Hang on. Let's think about it.
What is he doing?
Vacuuming. Thinks much better when he cleans.
Wait a minute, guys, wait a minute. I got an idea.
And I've never seen this office so free of dust and dirt.
Thanks. Guys, take a look at this map.
Yeah?
How do you find a location on a map?
It's set up like a matrix. You look the place up in the map index, and it gives you the number and the letter, like 4D.
Toledo.
I get it, Roy, I get it. This code looks like the numbers and the letters on a map.
Hey, you guys are in luck. I just got a new set of matrices from the Codebuster Correspondence School. Looky here.
Great. So now what?
Well, instead of a map, we can put the letters of the alphabet into the matrix. We can put A here, B here, C here.
Wait a minute.
Here.
I've got one that does exactly what old Roy is talking about. Come on, Roy, help me out here. Put it up. Voila.
Cool. But what about Z?
Probably not important, not a letter you use a lot.
So, try the code.
Roger, Roy.
5C,
5C,
W, 4C,
4C, R,
2D,
2D, I,
4E,
4E,
T, 1E,
1E,
E, 1A,
A,
4C,
another R,
1A,
another A,
5B, V, one E.
Another E. Rave.
Write a rave. The only way to break the spell on Wanda is if she writes a rave review of Wilhelm von Scribble's play.
Wanda, write a rave. She'd rather kiss a Gila monster.
Oh, well, tell her to pucker up. Look, the code is gone, and there's her original review. Whoa, she really blasted that play.
We gotta save her. Change all the negative words into positive.
Right. Change this place stinks to this place shines.
I'll change I loathed every minute to I loved every minute.
And don't go to you must go.
Done.
Wanda, you're back just in time.
I was floating in this wonderful place. I hated it.
Golly, is there anything she likes?
Ted, where did you get that awful tie? And you three, those jumpsuits went out of style when the Earth's crust was cooling. And this office, what a dump.
Say, how much you guys charge to bring a ghost back?
No charge.
Hey!
I think this film's a little rough on us critics, but basically, I loved it. Great math.
Good use of logic. And I like the way they didn't give up when the first idea didn't work.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I give Codebusters a 9.7.
And I give it an 8.9.
For an average score of 9.3.
So the next time you need help cracking a mathematical code, who are you going to call?
Codebusters!
See you next time on Sneaky Pete.
So as I was saying, they actually made 2 different endings.
Yeah?
No, really. In the original version, E.T. stays on Earth and becomes a customer service representative for phone numbers. You know, phone home. Yeah.
Go home.
Where One TV's roving reporter asks another mathematical question of the person on the street. Today's question, what is combinatorics?
Combinatorics. Different parts of different things. Combination of lines, maybe?
I can get combination out of it.
Combination of a torix. What's a torix? I don't know. Probably some other geometric shape.
It sounds like some of the names of the new high-tech companies, you know.
I haven't got the foggiest idea what it is, but combinov, maybe it's a combination of something.
Like something you combine something with something else?
Well, it must be a combination, perhaps, of words from oratory.
Combinatorics is someone who commands somebody else, is that right?
What is it?
It's ways of counting the number of combinations you can get. For example, if you had 3 shirts and 4 pair of pants, how many different outfits could you get from this? That's combinatorics.
Nobody's in. Yes, that's right. Yes, this is Cyril Nobody, proprietor of this noble hotel-like establishment. Yes, we're looking forward to your stay as well. What are the hours for meals? Yes, we serve breakfast from 7 to 11, lunch from 12 to 4, and dinner from 5 to 10. No, that doesn't leave a lot of time for sightseeing, does it? Next time I run a hotel, no guests.
Cyril, darling, how are you coming along with that reunion schedule?
What, Precious?
That reunion group that's checking in at the inn this afternoon. Unit 12 of the Raging Benevolent Order of Rude Extravagant Scalawags.
Oh, yes, the R-B-O-R-E-S, the Raging Boars, right.
Yes. Have you worked out their schedule?
Well, yes, Precious, here it is, see? Meet and greet, coffee break, election of officers, coffee break, panel discussion, boring conspiracies, Humpty Dumpty, did he fall or was he pushed? What do you think, dear? Coffee break.
Well, they certainly drink a lot of coffee.
Yes, well, they have to, dear, to stay awake. All those bores in one room. Oh, speaking of bores, just when you thought it was safe to go back into the kitchen.
C'est moi, Antoine de Bonbon. A chef so wonderful I can make a delicious meal out of anything.
Really? Shoelaces and tomato juice?
But of course, bien sûr.
That would explain last night's spaghetti special.
Monsieur Nobody, I do not come here to fight, but I have been looking over the schedule for the Raging Boars.
Does it look all right to you, Antoine?
No, Madame Nobody. The greet and meat ceremony, you have only set aside 2 minutes for it.
Well, how long could it possibly take? 2 minutes is more than enough.
Oh, monsieur, you do not know these boars like I do. I served them when I was head chef at the famous Cuban-French restaurant in New York.
Che Guevara.
Ah, oui. Alors, when the boars meet, they have this handshaking ceremony. Everyone must shake hands with everyone else.
So?
It takes a long time. Do you know how many handshakes that means?
Well, let's figure it out. Let's see, there's 20 of them, right? That means each person must shake hands with 19 other people. I know. I'll make a chart.
Oh, no, Cyril, not one of your charts.
Tut, Jane, lovebird of my garden. Won't take a moment. Let's see, there's 20 of them, so I'll make 4 rows of 5. Now, person 1 shakes hands with person 2. And then person 3, and then person 4, and then person 5.
Monsieur Nobody, it looks like you are diagramming football plays for my favorite team, the crazy Kokomo Pigskin Kickers.
Cyril, dear, that's going to take you forever.
Oh, you have a better way, I suppose.
Well, I'm not sure, but sometimes simplifying a problem will help you to solve it.
Madame Nobody, I think I know what you mean. While Monsieur Nobody stutters, let us work on our own chart, no?
May we, Antoine? Now, just what do you have in mind?
Bien. What if we were talking about just 4 people instead of 20, eh? 4 people shaking hands with each other. Let's pretend that my friend Albert is the glass blower. He's A. My girlfriend Bernadette is B. Claude, the butcher, is C. And Danielle, the lady that delivers the newspaper, is D. A, B, C, D. Now, Albert would not shake hands with himself, but he would shake hands with Bernadette, Claude, and Danielle. Bernadette has already shaken hands with Albert, and you don't shake hands with yourself, so she shakes hands with Claude and Danielle. Claude has already shaken hands with Albert and Bernadette, so he shakes hands with Danielle, and by now Danielle has shaken hands with everyone. So let's see. 1 plus 2 plus 3, that's 6. Handshakes for 4 people.
How interesting. I'm beginning to see a pattern. Let's try it with one more person. E for Edouard.
Oh, Edouard, the little man who herds the sheep, eh?
That's right. He makes 5. All the other people shake hands with Edouard.
Well, after herding the sheep, I certainly hope he washes his hands.
1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, that's a total of 10 handshakes.
Magnifique. Look at this amazing chart we have made, huh? I think I see a pattern very clearly. Voila. If you have 4 people, you add 1 plus 2 plus 3. If you have 5 people, you add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4.
So for 6 people, you add 5 more handshakes. That's 15. For 7 people, you add 6 more handshakes to that. For 21.
I think you've got it. I think you have it, madame.
So for 20 people shaking hands with each other, you add all the numbers from 1 to 19.
Plus 17, plus 18, plus 19. Hooray! 20 people shaking hands with each other. 190 handshakes!
Cyril, we've done it, we've done it. 20 people shaking hands with each other comes to a total of 190 shakes.
Are you sure? I mean, I haven't finished my superb chart, and you say you're already done? Impossible.
Oh, you doubting innkeeper, you. All you have to do is add all the numbers up to 1 less than the total number of people.
Oh, yes. Well, that's all well and good, but my chart is much more artistic.
It looks like the bottom of one of my dirty pots and pans.
All right, you two, you win. Now we know the number of handshakes, 190. But let's face it, even with that many, the ceremony can't possibly take more than a few minutes.
Oh, you have never met a raging boar, monsieur.
I thought I was looking at one. Yes, yes, may I help you?
Oh, yes, my name is I Yawn Repeatedly. I'm here for the Raging Boars reunion.
Ah, yes, yes. We've been expecting you. How do you do?
What did I tell you?
Why me? It's such a simple question. Why me? Don't make any plans for the weekend, Jane. The Raging Boars are going to be keeping us rather occupied. Yes, yes, it's a pleasure. Yes. So nice to see you. Yes, yes, yes.
Mathman, your mission is to eat only multiples of 6. When you encounter a number, you'll have until the count of 3 to make your decision. And beware the devious Mr. Glitch. He will eat you if you are wrong. Mathman, 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 Mathman. There's one now. Mathman, 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 multiples of 6. Mathman, 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 Mathman. I think so. Woe is me. Mathman, Mathman, Math. You're it. When you're solving a problem, try working together. It's twice as much fun as working alone. Yeah! He looks great.
The story you are about to see is a fib, but it's short. The names are made up, but the problems are real.
It was Tuesday, 9:43 a.m., and New Yorkers were walking the streets again because the taxi fares had gone up again. It now cost $2 just to get into a cab, $3 if you sat down. Trunks are extra. I was working the day watch out of Mathnet. The boss is Joe Greco. My partner is George Franklin. My name is Tuesday. I'm a mathematician. We had our shoulder to the wheel, our eye on the ball, and our head in the clouds of the exciting pop music world, and decided to look at scenes from yesterday's award-seeking episode to get our feet on the ground. Captain Greco received a call and said,
"It seems a woman in the music business may need some help.
"What can we do, Captain?"
Her name is Carol DeVilbus, and she works for a company called Offthe Record. She called and she thinks it might be involved in some hanky-panky."
We asked Benny Pill, ace undercover cop, if he had ever heard of the company.
Oh, yeah, they were hot years ago. They put out a lot of good music, and they fell on tough times.
How so?
When the electronic sounds and hard rock and rap got popular, they kept fighting, and the other companies passed them by. But now, after about 20 years, they're a hot label again.
We met with Carol just as she was breaking from a recording session. She didn't seem overjoyed by her company's recent successes. She told us she loved all kinds of music if it was good, but she didn't like what Offthe Record was putting out lately, even if it was selling millions. I wasn't aware of Offthe's sound.
You mean you missed My Truck, My Licorice, and You?
I guess so.
Well, what about Wait If You Think I Think?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Hey, baby, if they wait, and you think I think. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, buddy, please smirk. If you think I'm a jerk, keep my truckin', truckin', truckin'. Oh, my Lord.
Carol made her point. It sounded awful to us, but people were buying it, and Carol thought she had an idea as to why.
Payola. Payola? In order for most recorded music to sell big, the potential buyer has to hear it. And hear it on the radio.
True. So?
Well, in the 1950s, in order to get certain records played on the radio, unscrupulous record companies bribed disc jockeys. Bribe?
Although laws were passed making payola illegal, Carol felt her company might be breaking those laws. She charted the sales of the recent hits from Off the Record and contrasted them with hits from years before. They were quite different.
Now, I've put the two graphs on one chart so that you can contrast the difference. Now, our recent hits go up fast, they don't stay at the top very long, and they go down fast.
The old hits go up slowly, stay around longer, and go down slowly.
I guess everything happens faster these days.
Well, they're free.
No question. Those mathematical facts raised some questions. We decided to call on one of the most listened-to disc jockeys in New York to see if he could shed any light on the possibility of an emerging Payola scandal. His name was...
Murray the Mouth?
You got that right. What do you want? I'm a busy radio personality.
We'd like to talk to you about the music business. I'm Pat Fusey.
And I'm busy. Look, you're in the presence of greatness, baby doll. What do you want to talk about?
Payola.
Payola? Are you the new messenger? Well, lay it on me, moneybag.
One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. Okay, George Jr., stretch it out. Good boy. Stretch it way out. We don't want any cramps here.
How's the team look this year, Coach?
Oh, hi, Pat. I want George to get the proper amount of exercise to be a well-rounded gerbil. I mean, I had him out for a run, a few aerobics, stuff like that.
You're a noble dad, George.
Good morning, music lovers.
Ah, la man of la manja.
Morning, Captain. Did you talk to your assigned DJ?
Sure did. Slimus in the morning. I think he's capable of taking candy from a baby.
Oh?
But I don't think he would take Payola.
Why not?
Too big. This guy makes more than $1 million a year. He wouldn't take such a chance for a few more bucks.
Murray the Mouth makes big bread, too, Skipper.
You think he's on the take?
Think. He thought we were the couriers bringing him the money.
He was putting you on, guys.
Hi, Benny. Why do you say that?
I say that because of a conversation I had with Hot Rock. He told me something interesting. DJs couldn't take Payola anymore, even if they wanted to.
Why not?
Music committees. A while ago, almost all top 40 stations went to what they call play committees.
Play committees?
Boy, some people have a meeting about anything.
It's a group of 4 to 8 people who select a list of music to be played on that station.
So they have a list of music and they can't deviate from it?
Not much. They play what the committee decides on.
So, maybe the Payola is paid to the committee instead of the individual jocks.
I don't think so. Too much money, too many people, too hard to control. I don't think cash is the answer here.
If not Payola, maybe Flyola.
Okay, that's enough now. Give me that. Give me that.
What is that?
That's George Jr.
George Jr. You must have been a cute little tyke. When did you lose your tail?
What's he got?
The bullet. Well, he was teething. I thought maybe he should
Bite the bullet.
Good you got it back before he started to shoot his mouth off.
You mentioned Flyola, Captain?
Yeah, what's that?
Instead of cash, the promoters gave airline tickets. Tickets to faraway places with strange-sounding names.
Airline tickets? They gave them to DJs?
But what if the DJs didn't want to go away?
That was the point. If they didn't want a free vacation trip, they just traded in their tickets for cash.
Another form of bribery.
Yes, but even better, because the record companies could keep the cost of the tickets on their books as a business expense.
But with a play committee, they still have the same problem.
Right. Too much money, too many people, too little control.
I'm going to check out a couple of facts. Keep me posted.
What's this all over my chart?
George was exercising on them. The other one.
You're working them too hard, George.
He hasn't even learned to play fetch yet, Benny. Give him time.
What are those?
Samples from a computer printout I had made.
Of?
I pulled data for the whole record industry for the past year.
Thinking overall hit patterns may have changed for everyone?
Exactly.
And?
Not much difference. Mostly we see the usual patterns. Gradual buildup, few weeks at the top, and a slow tail off.
It's just like Carol's old hits.
So the unusual graphs are for Offthe's last 7 hits plus 2 more.
Right. Offthe had 7 hits in this configuration, and 2 other companies had 1 each. See? A quick rise, a quick fall, A short life here and here.
What companies?
One was a rap song called Don't Try to Slap the Rap Out of My Trap by Moonlight Records, and the other is You, Me, We by a British company.
It's a good idea, Benny. But if we assume Payola isn't involved,
And we're pretty sure it isn't.
Then we're back to the start.
why would these 9 recordings take off like no others?
You know something? We don't know enough yet to know what we don't know.
Look, what we need to do is hang out at Off the Record and get some first-hand info on how the operation runs.
Easier said than done, I'm afraid. If they are doing something illegal, the last thing they want are a couple of law folk watching them.
Unless we go undercover.
But how?
Let's talk to Carol DeVilbiss.
What are you doing, Carol?
Doing a music edit. It's all part of the business.
Speaking of business, Carol, we're pretty sure Payola's not involved. I think we need to get closer to your operation.
Can you invent some kind of a job for us to do?
Oh, no way. This is a very successful, very small, and very secretive company. Norris controls everything. I don't have a power job anyway, not anymore.
What do you mean?
Norris says the company's not picking up my contract.
He's firing you?
Yes. My contract allows me to produce one more record, then I'm out of here.
What song are you going to do?
Well, I haven't decided yet. Doesn't make much difference. He hasn't released anything I've done anyway. But I'm going to give it my best shot because I still believe in good music.
It's your decision?
Oh, yes. When Norris bought the company, I and my contract came with it. My contract states that I have complete control over A&R for my records.
Artist and repertoire. Singers and songs.
What?
Ever hear of a little ditty called Without Math?
No, I don't think...
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Without math, I'm an anti-hero.